Hey guys, it's me again. It's currently 3:15 in the morning. Yes, I'm the only one up. I don't know where to start. I feel like I spoke too soon. And yesterday I was in a worse place about it than I am now. But usually when I feel like it's people's negative energy that held it back. Or maybe it's just the way things go, but I don't know. It's like, you know how you have the job but you don't have it? I feel like I shouldn't have spoke on it. You know? I feel like I shouldn't have spoke on it. Not just to you guys, because there's nobody here yet. There's nobody here yet. This is just me. And I know that by the time people see this, I'll be in a way better place. But it's like, the people who I live with, I feel like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to say it, but you know that shadow side of you that's just like, wow, these people don't fucking like me. I have no proof to confirm that whatsoever, but it's like, I don't know. I can't help but to blame the stalling of my process and the stalling of what I have to accomplish on other people's negative energy. I feel like it's unreasonable right now. I feel like, man, not a lot of people know about what I'm going through right now. So it's hard for me to pinpoint where this negative energy is coming from. So maybe it's just the way things flow, but mm, it's like you got the job, but you don't start until such and such day. That had me in a horrible place yesterday. I was in bed crying, because I felt like, wow, life is just so hard. And the cause that I'm doing this for, it's like I need it done now. But yeah, yesterday I went and spoke to them. One is set in stone on a start date, but I feel like the start date could have been sooner. I don't know if it was the general manager and how she felt, or if she pushed it back, or if they honestly want me to come in that time, but that's none of my business. The thing about it is Psalms 22. Man, Psalms 22. That's all I gotta say. It's like I was in bed crying. I was in bed just crying. And I was so stuck on these jobs not being presented to me immediately for me to take advantage of immediately, and not realizing that God has blessed me with so many other opportunities to make money. It's like I rose up out of bed and said, no, I can't quit on my kids. And I made some money that day. I'm not going to say exactly how, because right now I'm kind of cynical about speaking too much on what I'm doing. I was always cynical, but for the sake of the process, I was willing to share. But yeah, I made some money that day, and all of my money is going to a cause. I'm not saving it exactly, but I'm not spending it either. So, it's still there, but I'm trying to work in a way where my money can work for me. Just so that I can be home with my kids. Man, I just want to be home with my kids. I don't want them to have to worry about being in the care of anybody who doesn't have their best interests. You know, there's so many stories out there, so many cases out there about people who trust people with their kids, and then years later, months later, days later, find their kids with scratches and bruises, find videos of people abusing their kids, you know? Horrible news that their kids are going through stuff. And I was one of those children, you know? My mom, she worked so much that she didn't see a lot of the abuse that I went through as a child. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit on here and say I had a bad childhood, but I was in some unsafe situations that I could have used the emotional support of my mom in. Speaking of emotional support, you know, I won't speak on who he is to me, but I'm really just, if you're watching this, or if you do watch this months from now, years from now, just know that I really appreciate the emotional support you're giving me. You know, you never know how dark somebody, I'm finna cry again. You never know how dark of a place somebody is in, because it's just externally, you know. But man, it's times I think, man, I can't do this. And to have somebody on your side that's willing to, no, you can do this, and who's willing to help light the way for you, and who's willing to buy you food here and there, and just make sure that you're satisfied, if not happy, it really means a lot to me. Especially since the number one person that I trusted to take care of me couldn't, you know? And you know, the parents of children, sometimes when they do find outlets of emotional support from elsewhere, they're quick to shout it out to the world. You know, I know the first time my baby daddy cheated on me, he was like, "Pop out." I got screenshots. He was like, "Pop out," but I didn't know what he was talking about. You know, a month later, you know, he posted the girl. We broke up again. We got back together, and we broke up again. So he didn't say anything about it. But that same month later, he ended up posting the girl and posting pictures of them together to hurt me. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna text his phone saying, "Hey, I found somebody who cares about me now." Ooh, direct deposit. I'm not gonna rub anything in his face. Matter of fact, this friend of mine, he actually told me, you know, not to go back. And of course he's not gonna know that. Well, he did, but there were times during this journey where I would think about going back. I'm not perfect. It's only day 4. There was a part of me that was still thinking about fixing the relationship with him. But it's like, it's too late. I'm putting him on child support. And I hope he's willing to drive 6-7 hours to come see his kids. If not, then, you know, I'm not putting my newborns in a hot car just to come see you. If anything, the child support would be better than the love at this point. I don't want anything to do with him. Well, of course I say that now, but it's like, look at what you're putting me through. Look at how I'm having to break my back to get out of it. You know? I was fighting other women for my position. And I never felt secure because to him, we were never in a relationship. But all the time we spent together leading up to, you know, where we are now, he knows. And the fact that just a week ago, he was the love of my life and we were looking at such a future together. Just a week ago. This was 7 days ago. All of this is taking place in 7 days. And to think, 2 days ago, you were in somebody else's comments just lusting after them. I don't know what you're doing now, you know? And, you know, even though I don't watch his stories anymore, even though I'm geared on turning away, it's like I know, in a sense, that he's still pursuing other people and that it's just done between us. Because I'm looking at his horoscopes, and I'm gonna have to stop that shit too. It's a process. Rome wasn't built in a day. But yeah, today, you know, as I wait for things to go into full effect, I want to focus on taking care of myself, man. And as far as money is involved, yeah, I'm kind of disappointed because of how long I have to wait. But it's like God has blessed me with so many resources. It's hard not to come home with money in a day. It's hard. And I'm just thankful that he put that knowledge in my head, because I was in a really dark place yesterday. And it's like all I could do was pray and say, no, I'm not giving up on my kids. And truth is, I can't. You know? They don't even see how much I love them. They don't see. All I do want them to see is me. That's how I feel. Fuck loving on a I won't say N word. I'm trying to stop, guys. Yeah. I'm no longer pursuing a man. All I want is for my kids to love me. I want to love my kids in a way that nobody else has ever loved me. Anyway, I'm gonna go see what I can do. You know, another day, another dollar. Let's get this bread.